Hi Sagittarius, and welcome to your October 2018 tarot and horoscope reading. So thank you for all your likes and subscriptions to the channel. If you haven't already, please do. And let's see what we've got on this rocky Venus retrograde road for Sagittarius. Now, for you guys, that's happening in Scorpio, which is your 12th house energy, what's hidden. So a few things might be revealed that you didn't know about in your love life. That can be secret attractions, that can be unacknowledged pain from the past relationships. It can be people returning, of course, especially in your 12th house, especially if you've been dealing with, say, Pisces people or Scorpio people. Water signs in general are doing the deja vu feelings. And just remember, with Venus retrogrades and people returning from the past, I think a lot of people assume this is negative. I've noticed in the comments before, people get very aggressive about exes and things, and we don't really want that on this channel. The point of a Venus retrograde cycle is to go over old feelings and old, just sort of tying up loose ends is one way I'll say it. It doesn't have to be a negative thing. Your mindset is everything during this period. In the shadow period, before it even goes retrograde, I notice I've been hearing from a few people from the past, and I love it. Like, they're lovely people. So it can be good connections, good memories from old friends you've lost touch with, or old relationships that maybe didn't work out for timing or for the for other reasons other than something painful. That to me is more a Venus retrograde phase rather than somebody negative. Okay, so don't be alarmed. It's a great time for the people you've been trying to purposefully manifest into your life. But that being said, we have a lot of social energy with the sun and the new moon on the 9th in your 11th house of communications and friendships. And, well, it's more about networking than communications per se. We have Mercury in Scorpio too after being in that sector. So you may find that you are actually hearing from old friends, and you may find that you meet new friends, which is interesting. Though just bear in mind, with Venus retrograde, take everything easy, take everything with a pinch of salt. Don't put pressure on relationships to be more than what they are. It's a time for reassessing and reflecting. Now, I did mention water signs. Okay, so this is a Queen of Cups. This can be a Scorpio, it can be a Pisces, or it can be a Cancer. It can also be their moon sign and or rising sign. It can be their Venus even. So bear in mind, this Queen of Cups is someone who is portraying themselves as a Queen of Cups energy. So watery energy. We have the Five of Cups. So there could be some sort of regret or remorse or skewed perception regarding this person. The Three of Swords is in the positive position, so I'm seeing healing from maybe this relationship. Two of Swords is what's crossing you. Okay. And the outcome is the Nine of Pentacles, Sagittarius, and underneath we have the Hanging Man. A Hanging Man, he came up for Virgo, so it could be a mutable deal that we've got here for the mutable energies. Now, I am interested to see, now I don't know how well you can see these, I've got my light on above, but I'm trying. So the interesting dynamic of this set is that this boy here, he is crying over the 3 spilt cups to, I suppose it's his left, and then over here we have the 3 of Swords. What he's ignoring is the 2 of Cups, and then to this side we have the 2 of Swords. Both make 5, 5 in the middle. So, what does that mean, or where am I going with that? Well, his perception at the moment is the 3. That's all he sees. Okay? There is an aspect of healing here, like possibly moving on from grief. Well, I don't know how much you can move on from grief per se in an actual loss, but in an emotional loss, grieving a relationship. Because grief is a very different process. You just learn to cope with it. But this is more to do with letting go of a relationship that's ended. Okay? I think here, with the 5 of Cups, ordinarily I'll always say, turn around and look at the 2 cups. In this case, the reassessment, and this is typical of Venus, but reflecting on what was lost is actually going to lead you to this too. Because at the minute with the Two of Swords in the challenge position, you're not able to see things completely clearly. And I think some of you are worried that you're missing out on opportunities, and that's what the Hanged Man is here. You're worried that you're going to miss something if you allow yourself to be upset. And what I want to say is no. That's not the case. Three of Swords, acknowledging your pain of a situation or your disappointment or frustration, or acknowledging the lack of communication, is pivotal to you becoming this Nine of Pentacles. This is what you're going through this month, Sagittarius. You're acknowledging a disappointment and or a letdown for what it was, especially if it is dealing with a Queen of Cups person. And what will stop you from doing that with the Two of Swords is not moving, not making any acknowledgement, looking at things blindly. Ooh, the Emperor wanted to the Emperor wanted to be seen there. It could be an Aries person. Okay, let me see. The Two of Wands with this Queen of Cups to me indicates a decision about this person, or this person made a decision about you. The King of Cups, it could definitely be a water sign. Could definitely be one, but it doesn't have to be, of course. You know, don't jump in to conclusions too quickly because we're still going through. The Moon. And the Four of Pentacles. Not letting go. And the Nine of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. Okay. Five of Wands. Okay. I can see what's sort of emerging here. A decision surrounding a person where there was a lack of trust on one side. A lack of clarity. Mixed messages from this person. The Moon and the Three of Swords to me looks like mixed messages. But what's good about this? What's really good about this is that it's helping you. So it's good to have the Moon in your corner. The full moon shows all. If there is a certain mystery or a suspicion, it's going to be revealed this month. That much is certain. The full moon in Taurus on the 24th of October is going to be particularly enlightening for a lot of signs in terms of something coming to their knowledge. And it could be a surprise because of Uranus there. But for you guys, that's in your house of health. So maybe there's some things you need to cut back on, or things that you need to acknowledge, or your day-to-day work. Romantically speaking and career speaking, there is something that has been hidden. And I do think it is in relation to somebody who fits this description. So this could be someone that works in the medical arena, the caring profession. It can also be artists, the theatrical positions, Sagittarius. I am suspecting that whatever this is with the Nine of Pentacles and the Three of Cups, you emerge from this having reason to celebrate financially. And that's if it's career. Emotionally speaking, I think some of you are actually leaving behind a relationship that has been unfulfilling and moving into more exciting times. As we approach birthday season in November and December, Sagittarius, it is actually a good time to begin again. It's your astrological new year. It's a good time to cut the dead wood, especially if there's been lots of conflict. And that's not necessarily letting go of a relationship per se, by the way. I would never encourage anyone to do that in a reading. You know, to let go of someone completely. It's if we have free will. So this is just for some of you that are maybe moving on from a relationship, but it can always be moving on to the next phase in a relationship, having something to celebrate together. Okay, so it's different for everybody because everyone has different moon and rising. So it's good to check out all three in context. But let's see what else we have for Sagittarius. I do see reason to celebrate though, so bear with me because that's good. That's a good thing. Could be that you've one really boss Halloween costume. I saw that the devil actually came up for a lot of people in the helpful position, so I was wondering, are people going as devils for Halloween? You know, just a thought. Maybe you guys are going as the moon or a lobster. I don't know. The Queen of Swords. So some of you might actually have been choosing between a water sign and an air sign. Or some of you may have interests in those signs. Let me see. The Four of Swords. That's in your hopes and fears. Strength card is helping you, so you're coming out of this stronger. The Page of Wands is your problem, and the Page of Wands is your outcome. The Page of Pentacles is a problem. The Star is underneath, keeping hope eternal. Wish fulfillment, happy times, feeling excited. Okay. Three of Cups and the Page of Wands signifies good news. Sagittarius, I'm wondering for a lot of you what your work situation is, because I think a few of you are at a crossroads, either work-wise or academically. And waiting for news in the workplace has maybe been a problem. Or waiting for clarity on where to go next has been an issue too. Huh. So, that being said, I think more in terms of January, you'll be finding great conclusions in your career. At the moment, I think a lot of your conclusions are coming from something to keep you ticking over financially. There's something to celebrate here. Some of you are celebrating financial independence. So some of you might be having a raise in money. You're certainly getting good luck. Do you know, I think this is some of you coming into a more light-hearted perspective after possibly feeling a little bit frayed with decisions, or afraid you made the wrong one. I think with the Five of Cups here and the Four of Swords with this King, maybe some of you are suspicious that you made the wrong choice in love. And this could be dating a while ago, because bear in mind, Venus comes around retrograde to bring us the attention of things we didn't really get time to think about, or that we haven't quite put to bed yet. And you might be reflecting, and it might start to feel a little bit heavy, and then comes some kind of financial celebration, especially surrounding independence. Finding your independence, finding your feet, finding reason to celebrate. Maybe some of you have Scorpio friends or Libra friends, and during the season is when you start celebrating. Now, strength in your corner is a fantastic aspect. This means that you're going to be feeling very self-assured, very self-confident about your decisions going forward once you've reflected on what it is. I sense there may be a bit of remorse and regret over a situation, but I think you're going to be getting back the power that you maybe feel you've lost. Not making a decision seems to be a problem, because the Two of Swords is what's crossing you. The Four of Pentacles is holding on too tight. Maybe there is some issues here for some Sagittarians surrounding children, particularly earth sign children. There may be somebody, and this is for a very select few, I'm guessing, but I just have to put it forward. There may be some of you dealing with a partner who's not paying, like a partner you've separated from, that's not paying child support. I do think that sort of looks like to me. And then there seems to be some financial payoff, so it sounds like you maybe get your way in that issue. You know, you get what you're owed. Let's look at the guidance cards and see what we have here. I always think with the Star card and the Strength card, it's a great time for feeling like everything's going to be okay. And actually, it's like that Taylor Swift song, who is a Sagittarius, about Shake It Off. You know? Independent. What was I saying? Celebrating your independence. Bast. Your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. And that's weird because we have strength here. Blossoming. You're just getting started. So have patience with yourself in the process and do not give up. Let's get one more. Oof. Butterfly Maiden, transformation and guardian. You and your loved ones are spiritually protected and safe. You're experiencing enormous change right now, which will bring great blessings. Definitely some of you are in medicine, because I see the medicine woman and the King of Cups could be a doctor situation. So maybe there's good news coming through health-wise for some Sagittarians, but it looks like the month to keep hope if you are going through a little bit of an iffy period in terms of making a decision. I think you get the knowledge and the tools to make that very decision this month, and the outcome will be one worth celebrating. So I hope you enjoyed that, Sagittarius, and I'll see you in the mid-monthlies. Bye-bye.